swear part of YouTube. Sakura Solo here, and welcome to the Sugar Star Bakery, produced by Lavender Industries. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make a lovely, gorgeous, fluffy, moist chocolate cloud cake. The recipe originally came from Hershey's, but I modified it and made it much better. Shall we begin? So today we're going to be making these as 24 cupcakes, but you can also make them as round cakes, a sheet cake, about any kind of cake you like. And so first off, we're going to start by preheating our oven to 350 degrees. And now let's go over our list of ingredients. Alright, first thing we're going to need is 2 cups of white granulated sugar, 1 3/4 cups of cake flour, 3/4 of a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 eggs, 1 cup of buttermilk, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, 1 tablespoon of French vanilla extract. Now you can use 1 teaspoon of regular vanilla extract or vanilla flavoring if you prefer. I just like to use this French vanilla extract from Faerie's Finds because it gives it a really lovely smooth flavor. And finally, we're going to finish it out with 1 cup of hot water to really bind everything together and make it nice and moist before it goes in the oven. We're going to be doing something a little different with this cake. Now, because of the type of cake that it is, for how moist and fluffy it is, we're going to hand mix it. We are not going to be using the KitchenAid today, as much as I love it. So, first off, we're going to be combining all of our dry ingredients. We're going to be putting together our sugar. Thank you, Indominus Rex, for that. Our cake flour. Our cocoa powder, our baking soda, and our baking powder. And you just want to whisk this together until it's just basically one lovely light brown color. Don't whisk it too hard though, or else you will have a chocolate cloud in your kitchen, but it's not going to be a chocolate cloud cake. Alright, see this lovely color we got going on here? That's exactly what you want. Nice, even. And so now we're going to be adding the majority of our wet ingredients. We're going to start with our eggs. Again, pro tip, always crack them in a separate bowl. Buttermilk. Vegetable oil, and our French vanilla. Okay, and just whisk that all together. Now do little whisks in the center when you start to try and conglomerate some of it so that you don't throw a bunch of dust out. Scrape down the sides. Alright. Everything is pretty evenly mixed now, and it looks pretty heavy for a cake batter, doesn't it? But that's okay. That's actually what we want for this. We want kind of a brownie batter consistency, but we're not done with it just yet. We've got one more ingredient that's got to go in. And that's this really, really almost boiling hot water. And this is what's really going to bind everything together, kind of dissolve some of what's going on in here, make it nice, moist, fluffy, bring everything together. And it's going to look like a little bit of a mess at first, but it's going to work out, I promise you. Also, another little pro tip, hold your whisk at the base like this. You can get more leverage. Alright, see how everything's looking now? This is what you want. I know that it doesn't look like... Oh, oven went off. I know that it does not look like a cake batter. It looks more like soup, but that's exactly what you want.
There's more soup!
Soup. Why are you buying clothes at the soup store?
Screw you!
My lovely fiance, the cameraman, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
There's more soup!
Alright, so now that we have our batter prepared, we are going to go ahead and fill up our cupcake tins. As a rule of thumb, you want to fill them up about 1/3 of the way, or you can get one of these fairly cheap at baking stores. They actually have the right amount for a cupcake in them where you can just dip it and pour it. It's actually really good for this batter because it's got like a little spout on it, which is really amazing. So we're just going to go ahead and fill those up like that, and we will be right back. Okay, now that our batter is in the pans, it's a little bit messy, but that's what happens when your cake batter is like soup, which this one is supposed to be.
There's more soup!
Why are you buying cake at the soup store?
Screw you!
Spork you, Tony! Anyway, so let's have a rundown of our cooking times real quick. Now, if you're making 2 9-inch round pans of this, you're going to put it in for 35 minutes. Same for 2 8-inch round pans. For 24 cupcakes like what we have here, we're going to put these in for 25 minutes. If you're doing a 9x13 sheet cake, you're going to put it in for 40 minutes, and the same if you were doing a bundt cake. So, going by that, these right here, these are going to go in the oven for 25 minutes. Let's go ahead and slide these in here. Messy, messy.
Careful.
Yep.
Obviously, the surface is hot.
No duh, Sherlock. Alright. Alright, so our cupcakes are out of the oven. They've had a good chance to cool, 30 minutes to an hour. That's about what you want to wait.
We had dinner during this.
Yeah, we did. We cooked some really awesome cheeseburgers while we were waiting for the cupcakes to cool. And so now they're done. As you can see, they spring back very nicely. Yeah, zoom in on that beautiful cupcake footage. Yeah. See how they're springing back? Alright, that's exactly what you want. That's how you know you got good cake. And now we are going to proceed to ice these bad boys.
Sponsored by Hello Kitty.
Yeah. And Jurassic World. Okay. Okay. Oh, and what is this marvelous mixture that I am icing them with? You know, you could pretty much ice them with anything, but what I'm icing them with today is a lovely peanut butter icing, and I will show you how to make that in a future video. It's very simple to make, just 4 ingredients, and it goes really well on this chocolate cloud cake. It's a great way to make Reese cake. So let me just finish icing these up, and we will be back in just a moment. Alright, so our chocolate cloud cupcakes are done, iced with a lovely sweet peanut butter icing to make them into Reese cupcakes. They are just gorgeous, delicious. He's eaten them before. He can tell you they're awesome. You peanut butter fiend. But anyway, so that's our show for today. Hope you learned something, and I hope y'all come back. Have a blessed one.